Saitama, the man that throughout the harshest training routine became too powerful. The One Punch Man realm being a monster-infested world, but to counter these so-called monsters, there's heroes, ranging from C-class heroes all the way to S-class. But throughout all of these heroes and monsters, there's a certain individual, an individual who is so powerful he can defeat any opponent in one punch, Saitama. With Saitama gaining the strength by going through one of the hardest and aggressive training routines known to mankind. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run every single day for 3 whole years. But the most important aspect of his training was not using the AC once throughout the entire 3 years to condition the mind. Concluding his training, Saitama was able to break free of the limit placed on all being. A limit is the barrier placed on each and every being by God, with this limit being explained as the cap on each being's power, with everyone eventually reaching this limit and being unable to go any further. But Saitama simply broke free. Throughout this series, Saitama defeating villain after villain, from defeating 270-meter tall titans all the way to changing the weather in a single punch. With even more time passing, a ship has arrived, but not just any ship, it's the Dark Matter Thieves, a group of aliens with power beyond anything we've seen before, a group that has traveled the universe to find a worthy opponent for their leader, Boros. While the fight is breaking out on Earth, the heroes stand no chance against the Dark Matter Thieves, with the weaklings of the group being able to stand against the S-class heroes, but Saitama without hesitation enters the ship, as expected, killing every alien in his sight in only one punch, eventually reaching the leader Boros, with Boros stating he senses immeasurable energy, but Saitama is already bored of the invasion, balling up his fist, punching Boros, but Boros just stands back up, the first person to ever survive Saitama's punch, with Boros stating that Saitama has shattered his armor, releasing his unmatched power, transforming into his most powerful form. The fight continuing on with Boros and Saitama flying around, clashing over and over. Even though it was pretty one-sided, Boros' species along with their power have regeneration abilities. Even from a single cell of blood, they'll regenerate back to normal. Saitama using a move no villain should be able to survive, consecutive normal punches, tearing Boros' body apart into hundreds of pieces, but Boros just regenerates back together, appearing underneath Saitama, kicking him to the moon. With Saitama just chilling up in space, taking in the beauty of Earth, he decides it's time to end this alien, jumping off of the moon and reaching Earth within 1.5 seconds. This speed calculating up to roughly 290,000 meters per second, reaching the speed of light. Boros and Saitama both agreeing it's time to end this mess, Boros revealing his most powerful attack, the collapsing star roaring cannon, an attack so powerful that it's stated that if it hit Earth, it would destroy the entire surface of the planet. But Saitama has his own special move, a move to counter Boros. Serious punch. With this punch alone being enough to completely shut off Boros' attack, splitting the atmosphere in half, defeating Boros. In Boros' final moments, he states to Saitama, "You are still holding back." With Boros gone, Saitama is now left alone as the strongest throughout the verse once again, with him fighting more incredibly powerful opponents such as Elder Centipede, Overgrown Rover, and the King of the Monsters, Orochi, but Saitama defeats them all in a single punch. With Garu now being introduced into the series, but Garu isn't just some regular character, this antagonist being so driven by the goal of becoming a monster that he's able to change his own biology, going through multiple transformations throughout the series, becoming the most powerful villain we've seen yet, but still standing no chance. We're now introduced to a character who's possibly even stronger than Saitama, God, with God being a mysterious entity that the top hero Blast has been in a war with for multiple years. This God coming face to face with different characters and blessing them with power unlike none other. But this being has set his eyes onto a new target, someone who has the potential to pass Saitama's strength. God taking Garu's most influential form, Bang, his old master, offering Garu unimaginable strength, and all he has to do to get the strength is take God's hand. Garu refusing this offer, slapping God's hand as he doesn't want to cheat his strength, but when Garu arrives back down to Earth, he is no longer a mere monster. He's become the absolute evil. the number one hero boss immediately challenging Garu to a fight using his subspace gates to try and overpower Garu, but it simply doesn't work. Revealing Garu's new powers, he's now obtained the knowledge of the flow of energy throughout the entire universe. Not only that, but he's now able to copy anyone or anything to any power that he desires, copying Blast's subspace gates, completely overpowering the top hero. Garu now wanting to test his true strength against Saitama, resulting in Garu doing one thing to bring out the full power of the Cape Baldy, grabbing Genos, killing him. Throwing the core to Saitama, catching Genos' core, that's it. Garu's done it. Saitama isn't messing around. While still holding Genos' core in one hand, Saitama immediately launching at Garu, using serious punch, but Garu immediately copying Saitama, replicating his own serious punch, creating serious punch squared. The shockwave of this punch alone being so powerful, resulting in Blast using all of his power to redirect it to another direction, launching both Saitama and Garu onto one of Jupiter's moons, but in the other direction they've left a hole in space. Garu using hyperspace gates, but Saitama simply kicking them away. The fight continuing on, with Garu using every martial art throughout all existence, but as a counter, Saitama uses serious table flip, ripping the surface off the moon, sending Garu flying. With Saitama's strength throughout the fight growing limitlessly, Garu deciding that to win he'll just copy Saitama's full strength until he's able to find a way to kill him. But as the fight's continuing, Garu noticing that something's not right. Garu's strength is growing, but Saitama's strength is not only growing, but the pace at which it's growing is multiplying by the second. As Garu's beginning to lose hope, Saitama shows why he's simply too powerful. His nose begins itching until serious sneeze. This sneeze being so powerful, the air pressure of it alone destroying Jupiter. Garu deciding it's definitely best for him to get away from the beast that's awoken, as he stands no chance now, throwing Saitama in the opposite direction of him and using his subspace gate to get back to Earth. But Saitama's been pretty cold while in space. He's been holding in a fart, not just any fart, but a serious fart, launching himself throughout space, catching back up to Garu within moments, slamming Garu straight in the face, sending him flying down onto Earth. With Garu seeing the kid he had befriended was dead, he doesn't want to fight anymore. Wondering why Saitama isn't killing him, Saitama says he was forced to hold back as the kid said not to kill you, just to give him a good beating. Garu now telling Saitama it's up to him to fix the mistakes he's made, stating if anyone can master the power of God without taking his hand, it's you. While God's taking away Garu's powers, he's revealing a technique allowing the user to travel throughout time freely. Saitama copying this technique perfectly. As he's traveling throughout time, he begins to see all of his memories, finding the moment Garu appears as the absolute evil, clenching his fist, launching onto Garu, and with one punch defeating him. Overall, Saitama's power scaling to galaxy level, as his serious punch squared was able to generate power of that around the solar system level, and then Saitama's strength grew hundreds of times stronger throughout his fight with Garu, speed being scaled to massively faster than light, as Garu in his monster form alone against Flashy Flash and Black S were already reaching those sort of scalings in speed. But there's only one mystery left unsolved. It's who would win, Saitama versus God, the battle between the human who broke his limiter versus the God who placed it on him, the battle between the creation and the creator. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment who I should scale next, or even any matchups I should cover. Really enjoyed making this video today. Love you all. See ya.